Lorraine with BJK University, and today we're going to be doing some product research. I want to show you a little bit more around Blackbox with using Helium 10. That's the software we use in order to find product. And Blackbox is a tool we use when we're looking for one person who's selling in our criteria. And what do we mean by our criteria? Well, we have a set of criteria that we use, and it's in our criteria builder in our school platform. So these are called the 15 commandments. These ones with the stars, the one, two, three, four, these are non negotiables. Everything else adds probability of a successful product. So it's called the 15 commandments. You'll never get all 15. It's nearly impossible. There's no such thing as a perfect product. But you definitely want your selling price to be a minimum of $29.99. And you want to have your FBA fees and plus the price of your product can be no more than about 50 to 60% of the selling price. The higher the selling price, the higher up you can go in your FBA DDP cost. That is, DDP is the cost that it takes to make your product and ship your product. So it's the combination. And then you add in the FBA fees. And if it comes to $15, you're on target because this is a lower keyword. This is a lower price. So the lower price, you'll need to stay no more than 50%. But if my product's selling for $79.99 or $15.99, you can more than likely go up to 60%. Now, what's left over is when somebody purchases, it's the profit plus the PPC you will not see again. So what you get back are profits and DDP. What you will never see again is PPC and FBA fees. So 50%, 50%. When you can break even like that, you have the best shot at being profitable. Your keyword that you're going to be using needs to be between 5,000 and 20,000. And the reason being is we have done this for years and found this is the sweet spot. You'll launch on a keyword that's a little bit lower, maybe 3K to 5K. That's a launch. This makes it easier for you to get to the top of page one, and you'll pull your other keywords up along with it because the listing will rank. You don't want to have any gated products. Gated products are like electronics, baby products. Well, why are baby products gated? Well, you're dealing with sensitive little people. So let's go ahead and dive right into product research and see how many of these we can hit. We're going to go into Blackbox today. These are called filters. The filters, the more you add, the more contained it will be. So I don't want to use too many because I'm in discovery. I'm just trying to discover something, but I do want to use those 4 stars that we had. The 4 stars that are here, I want to see people making at least 8,000, at least 4 people making 8,000. My keyword must be between 5,000 and 20,000. It cannot be brand dominant. And I have to have my profit margin needs to be good. All right, so let's go back to Blackbox and we're going to go ahead and pick some categories. You can do this 2 ways, by product or by keyword. We're going to go by product and it'll show us pictures. So let's pick some non-gated categories, and it's usually home. So kitchen and dining, home and kitchen. Sometimes health and household is pretty good. Sports and outdoors, and let's do some patio, lawn and garden, and pet supplies. I'm going to do a bunch of them. Okay. So now my minimum price, I want to go for $35.99. The reason why I'm not going to pick any maximum, well, yeah, I better because it could give me too high. So I'll go $75.99. The reason why I'm doing $35.99 instead of $29.99, when I get on the page and I'm looking for a product at $35.99, a lot of times there's going to be people on the page lower. So I want to make sure I put it in a little bit higher. And that is what I want to see, minimum parent level, not the parent level. Parent level is different from ASIN. The ASIN is what is given to you by Amazon. It is the specific product. And we're looking at the specific product. So I want to see 4 people making more than 8,000 in the top 10. The parent level is the ASIN plus if it has any variations, like maybe it has, you open it and the one they're selling on the main page is black, but when you click on it, there's a blue one and a green one and a red one inside. That is the parent. So this one can have 8,000, but a combination of all the variants inside could equal 20,000. So I just want to know the person on the page, how much are they selling this product for? Let me see anything else that I want to put in here. A lot of times I will do, okay, so weight. Weight is very important. No more than 3 pounds is good. If you want a higher product, you can put it at 5 pounds because the higher you go, the heavier the heavier the weight of the FBA fee is going to be. So we want to keep it around 3 pounds. Variant count, no more than one. No variations. No, I would go zero, but most people have a variation. But I want to see somebody who only has maybe one. Maybe if I want to do 500 units, I'll split it and do 300 for the main product, and I'll put 100 of the blue and 100 of the green in. Or maybe I'll do 300 of the small, and because it's the biggest seller, and 100 of the medium and 100 of the large. And I'll still have 500 units, and I still pay the same amount with the supplier, but I get more options. So sometimes that's a really good strategy to use. Now, exclude title keywords. There's going to be a lot of things that come up in these that I don't want to see. And one of the main things I don't want to see is supplements. Supplements is a very difficult category to get into. There's FDA approval and there's just a lot of certificates involved with this one. I don't want to see this one and it will flood. I don't want to see pills because they'll try different ways. I don't want to see powder. I don't want to see sheets, bedding, curtains, drapes, pants, shirt, and shirts. Mm, and I don't want to see socks. Another one they're good for is cards, like baseball cards. I will correct this. So pants and socks. Make sure everybody else is spelled correctly. Oops, whoa, what is that? Okay, so this is my basic one. I don't have any holidays right now. Valentine's Day is over. Normally, if there was a holiday, I would put the holiday in there because I don't want to see anything with Christmas or Valentine's Day or whatever it is. Okay, and so I'm going to keep this pretty light. Review count, my maximum review count, I want to see 300. All right, I think I have enough. Let's go ahead and press search. All right, we have some products. We have a little lemon-shaped handheld massager. Oh, that's cute. They're selling it for $39 and it's generating $11,000 a month. So this is pretty cool. They've sold 297. Oh, that is so cool. I'm interested in looking at that. Then they have modern plastic and metal 40-gallon lidded home storage bin. Interesting. This could be good. But these are big and they're bulky. So for a first-time product, it could be pretty saturated in there. But we would take a look at it. Let me see what else is going on in here. No horse paste. Chick starter kit. I think this is for chickens if you want to start raising chickens. There's a lot of stuff on Amazon about chickens, believe it or not. And it's funny because they have chicken helmets and chicken saddles and chicken drinking water. A lot of people are raising chickens. I think ever since eggs skyrocketed, people just started raising chickens. Would never let a good crisis go to waste, right? And then we have another one. Is this a collapsible? Oh, 5-gallon bucket seat for Yeti load bucket only. Okay, so that's for the top of your bucket, so it turns it into a seat. That could be something interesting. Sunrise alarm clock. Interesting. Let's go take a look at this one. It's $39. They're making 12,000. copy ASIN. So I will come down to, I will go to Amazon and I will put the ASIN in. And there it is, sunrise alarm clock. So I'm going to open this one. I'm going to take the main keyword, sunrise alarm clock. Stop moving. Please stop moving. I'm going to take this one. So I don't want to just analyze him or her. I want to make sure I have the main keyword. There we go. That's the keyword, sunrise alarm clock. All right, look at those. Nice. Okay, let's go analyze this one. Now we're going to do an initial analysis. So I'm going to grab down here. You can see helium-10. What we click on is called X-ray. It's like when you go to the doctor takes a look inside you. He pulls an X-ray and he looks at the bones. Well, we're going to go in and look at the bones of the listing. We're going to go see what we normally cannot see over here. And we're going to compare it to our 15 commandments. A lot of times we can see, all right, here's where I do see an issue. Reviews under 300, there's only one. But that could be because I still have my sponsored ads up. Let's see if that changes. The first thing we do is we click on filter. We're going to say hide the sponsored and apply filter. Look at that, 8 and 6. Perfect. Why do we do this? It's because the sponsored ad means they're paying to be up on top, but they're also here in the listing. I don't want to analyze them twice. I want to see the people who are organically making money, not making money through PPC or advertisement or because they're on the top of the page. So right now, this is looking exceptionally well. I need 4 that are over 8,000. I have 8. And I need 4 with reviews under 300, and I have 6. Let's go take, the keyword. That is pretty high. We need it to be between 5,000 and 20,000. So I'm going to show you how to find a keyword and bring it back. So right now I see that it is not brand dominant. So what are we looking for? It does not have, let me see, brand dominance. It's not brand dominant. This is the one we need to fix. The revenues works, and it looks like the profit margin is pretty good too. But we will find that out using our FBA calculator. So right now we need to find a keyword. We're going to do a little bit more analysis to see if it's worth it. So right now, this is $49. The FBA fee is only $5.80. This one looks very similar to that one. Why are his fees so high? Why are his fees so low? They're both FBA. I would want to know what's going on there. These guys are making a lot of money. They're doing really well. $49.99. They're doing exceptionally well. So I want to see what's going on within the graph. 1 year. So it is pretty high. This is usually generally Christmas. See the Christmas hit. This is October. We have Prime Day. And then we have another Prime Day right here. So anytime you have spikes on your graph, we attribute them to where it is. So November, we started getting that, our Black Friday hit, and then our holiday, and then it starts to come back down. Wow, that went high, 150,000. It did great during the holidays, and it's coming back down. And it will probably settle somewhere around here again. But it's still too high. That is a lot of money to market and compete with. So that's one thing we'll need to fix is the keyword search volume. But I do see so many people are making a lot of money. This one is not, maybe they're out of stock. They might have run out of stock. But I do see only 2 people into 2026 launched. And this one's making 6,000 and this one is making 17,000. So they're actually doing pretty good. I mean, think about it. 6 times 12. I mean, 12 months at $6,000. That's a nice little paycheck. All right. So I do see that the reviews, the ratings are really good. I don't see China or Amazon in here. Amazon would say AMZ. This would be, but I see all FBA, and that's wonderful. This is actually looking really good. Now, my reviews, I have one at 1,500, but I have 58 making 24,000. I have a 27 reviews making 12,000. You could outdo them. I have 49 reviews at 13. I have 10 reviews making 6,000. This is really good. I really like that, especially like this 58 at 24,000. This the weight is really good. It's under the 3 pounds, just like we put in the filter. So right now, this is looking pretty good, but I need to see if there's going to be another keyword. So I'm going to click on the listings that look exactly like what I want to sell. So far, everything looks good. I'm going to go down about 10. I can see. Okay. So we're going to click the boxes here. And if you want to know if somebody has a bunch of variants, see it says selected 9 over here. I need 10. If I go to 11, it will shut this off, and I need these. So I will come back and I will unclick, and I will run what's called Run Cerebro. So Cerebro is the brain, and it's going to go through all of these ASINs that I clicked, and it's going to pull up all their keywords. And we're going to go see if we can find one that's doing really well. Now, another thing we can do is come back and click Listing Analyzer. This will show you the keywords that all of these sellers are actually converting on, getting sales on. Here we're finding a keyword. Here we're finding which keyword for these sellers is making them money. So let's run Cerebro. But so far, it is looking good. It's a nice little clock. It'll take just a little bit for this to come up. We're going to see we have a bunch of keywords, but we are going to narrow them down. So right now, it says these 10 people are using over 7,000 keywords. They're all right here. So see, the sunrise clock search volume is only at 238, but the sunrise alarm clock was at 40,000. We're definitely looking for something in between. How do we narrow that down? Right here. This filter right here that says search volume, this is the only thing I'm going to do between 5,000 and 20,000. Now let's come down to the blue button and click Apply Filter. Right, now we'll scroll down, 81 keywords. I can go through that. Now, you have some titles here, and what you want to do is you want to hold down certain ones and move them next to each other when you're in Helium 10. You want the search volume. You want to see how many people are competing, how many listings are competing. Now, it doesn't mean that there's all these listings. It means if I have a parent ASIN and I have 5 variants, that's six listings. It counts. It's actually one listing with 5 listings inside. They count. So 221 could actually be only 100 listings. And many times you'll see things like 10,000 listings. Okay. So I'm going to put search volume, competing products, CPR. CPR is what's called a type of a product market testing. You would use a third party and you hand out 32 products and they test your product for you. It costs you, not them. They don't buy it and you don't ask for reviews. Okay. They just test your product. And then in the end, they send it back to the company with their results. And this way you can see where you need improvements or if your product is actually really good. Hatch is a brand name, so we would not use Hatch. You can see that by hovering. You see how it says Hatch, 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 different things for Hatch. Okay, so competing products. I want to see, I'm going to click on this 2 times, find the least amount of competitors, and I'll start scrolling down and seeing if I can find a keyword. Hatch. These are all in the beginning when they're really low like this. It usually means that it usually means that it's name brand. See, Susher, Little Green Machine. Bissell little green machine. Bissell. So this is a Bissell one. Okay. Brown noise sound machine. I've never heard of that. Have you? I have not. I've heard of white noise, but not brown noise. I am guessing that it is the woods. That would be my guess. There's a vibrating alarm clock. Interesting. But I see the prices are pretty low in here. I have 18, I have a 19, I have another 18. But I have 29, 29, 39, and a 29. So I would hit the four. Okay. Clock radios for bedroom. Different. Portable sound machine for baby. Interesting. Cheap 99. Alarm clock with sound machine. The here looks like there are some sunrise in here. Sound machine, alarm clock for bedroom. See, that one looks exactly like the sunrise machine. All right. Okay. This could be the keyword. Alarm clock with sound machine. But I do see that the prices are not very good in here, so I would not use that one. Loud alarm clock for heavy sleepers. I see something like this one over here and this one over here. Pretty similar. Um, this one looks like it's going to take a little bit. Loud alarm clock, travel alarm clock for kids. Because now I'm getting into high competition. I want to say seven. I want to stay around 2,000 competition and below for the best chance. If I'm seasoned and I know what I'm doing, I'll definitely go 3 to 5. I don't mind doing 3 to 5,000 competitors. But I want to stay, especially if I'm new, I want to do 2,000 or less competing products. Egg nightlight. Okay. White noise machine for babies. Interesting. Clock radio for bedroom. Vibrating clock. Looks like this is the best bet. Let me see. There's another sunrise in there and another one. So looks like this would be the keyword, vibrating alarm clock. So let's go ahead and take a look. Yep, you see a lot of sunrise in here. Okay, this could be a keyword. Looking pretty decent. Let's go ahead and analyze it and see if it's worth it. Yeah, there we go. X-ray. We can also shift our product from a sunrise to a vibrating alarm clock if this looks good. Okay, 8 and 3. We're close. 37, 31, 28, 29. I do have 4 and I have a 49 down here. I definitely have 8 over 10 people making enough money. Reviews. I have a 70, I have a 99, and I have a 56, but I have a 201 down here. So I have enough. I have 4. Interesting, but I have a 18,000, a 1,000. This one, it must be the same. They're identical. Yes. Dream Sky, Dream Sky. So I would remove one of these. It's a duplicate listing, same person, same amount. It's a variant. So what does that give me? So I am 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. 4 under, 4 under. So that's good. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. I'm good. I'm good there. I don't have any brand new launches. That's great. I have all FBA and no Amazon. Although I don't see any AMZ, AMZ, AMZ. So this is actually looking pretty good. Now we want to come along and check our 1 year. Our 1 year started somewhere around the 2000s, but it started scaling right around July of last year. So we're coming up on July pretty soon in a couple of months. So it's actually looking pretty decent. It's been staying 4 and 5. So it looks like it's moving up. It's slowly, gradually ticking up. And that's what we want to see. Definitely want to see that. 90 days, last 90 days, 4,000, 4,9, 5,000, 4,8. That's definitely a great launch keyword. This is a good, look how steady that is. That's actually very predictable, and that's what we want to see. So when you're looking for products, and you don't see a search volume, you will use Cerebro and you will find another keyword. Now, if it doesn't look that great and you're like, this one's just a little too risky, whatever it is, close it out and look for another product. So we would say, I'm not really convinced on this one because sunrise is the main keyword and it's 40 something thousand for that keyword. And that's just too high. It would cost me too much money. So I'll close it out and I'll close this one out and I'll close the Cerebro out and I'm back to my three again. And I'll go back to Blackbox and I'll see if there's anything else. I never know. Body Smart Scraping, One Body Sculpting Cellulite. These are pretty popular. Huh. Let me see what else is up here. Shoulder heating pad with massage. Oh, doesn't that sound wonderful? Huh, $59, making 9,000. Let's go take a look. All right, let's go open Amazon and go take a look. You never know what you can find. So I call this jumping products. I analyze really fast. If I don't like, I go back and I find another one and I jump in and I take a look. So let's go ahead and X-ray. Oh, this is just that person. I forgot one step. Okay. So we have this X-ray. This is not, I'm not sure why they did this. This is different from what I put in. Maybe I hit the wrong one. I don't see any straps. This would be ASIN copied. We'll go back here. We'll put it in. Is it the canine still? It is. I'm not sure why that's coming up like that. It should be the massager. Let's go see what the keyword is. Shoulder heating pad with massage. Okay, so we'll just do it that way. With massage. Let's see what happens. There we go. There we go. These would be gated because they have wiring and electricity and maybe LED or red light therapy. But you would need to get the certificates from the supplier. When you apply at Amazon to sell it, you upload the certificate, have it ready to go, and you are good to go. But I do like the prices in here. Look at how consistent. 58, 59, 59. There's a little bit above 79 and below, but I am all within selling range. And I like this. So when I want to find products that are very close together, I want to make sure they're within $15 of the selling price of each other. So I pick one number, and if I see a consistency with 49, I go with 49. So I see 58, 59, 59, 59. I see a lot of them in here. I do have another tier, and that is 39, 29. They're $10, 39. So I have three of them and a 35. So I have two tiers, the 50s and the 30s. So I would take a look, what's the difference between somebody selling this one at 39 and somebody selling this one. So I would want to see what the difference is. Is one red light therapy? See, this one's 79. Red light therapy is going to be more expensive, but not necessarily more expensive to source. So this guy already has sales. This guy has a few sales and he has 0 reviews. That's not bad. He probably just got back into stock. But look at that. There's 8 under 300 reviews, 7 over $8,000. I do not see brand dominance in here. I do have higher pricing. I have more in the higher price range, 90, 79, and the rest are in the 50s. And then you have your other 29, 39s. But it looks like it's the higher ones that do better. Look at the weight on this too. That's wonderful. The fees between $14 and $21, depending. It's lower. Again, like I said, it is lower, especially when you have a lower costing product. The higher you go, they are going to raise up a little bit. 79 at 21, 99 at 21. These guys fall into a specific tier. Then these guys fall into a specific tier. Okay. So everything actually is looking really good. I don't have any, I have two new ones, and one's making 19,000 already. And he just launched in February, less than 2 months ago. How wonderful is that? This is actually looking good. I like it. I like it a lot. And it's a cordless shoulder heating pad with massage. Very good. So far, I like this. And oh my goodness, it's making over $6 million in the last 30 days. This is really good. And the keyword, this is where my issue is. Okay. It is too low. So I would need to use Cerebro. I will click on the top 10. I see that they all look alike. If I'm unsure, I'll hover. Yes, it is. And I pay attention here, selected 8, selected 9, 10, and I will run Cerebro and find a better keyword. And I will continue, and then I will re-X-ray. So as you can see, we go around in a circle and around in a circle until we find out what we're looking for. But so far, this one is actually looking good. We just found a lower keyword. And sometimes it's just the way they set it up. So again, I'm going to take my search volume, I'm going to put it into my criteria, 5,000 to 20,000, and I am going to apply filter. I'm not going to fill in any other filters. You can. The more filters, the more detailed your findings will be. But I just want to see where I am. Okay, 116 filtered keywords. I'm not going to be looking at the ones that are 100,000 competition, 40, 30. So basically, I'll only be looking at a few on the top page. So competing products, I click 2 times again. And this is what I'm going to be looking through. A lot of these smaller ones, again, are going to be name brands. So I'm going to keep going. FSA, HSA, Sunbeam Heating Pad, they're all name brands. So now when we get around 907.9, hand massage with heat. Compression. Here's another product. This could be one. Look at that. Ultrasonic pest repeller. 29, 29, 49, 29, 41. I see 6 that are doing well. Very good. That could be something to look at. Mice repellent, heating pad microwavable. 10, 21, 9. Nope, 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 nope. Too low, too low. Not competing with all these low balls. Moist heating pad, rotator cuff shoulder brace. What is this? 29, 59, 59, 28, 59. I see 359s. That's the same thing we were looking at. Look at that. Interesting. I would pay attention to that keyword. That could be red light therapy mat. Ooh, these are expensive. I would launch this one. Red light therapy for dogs. Oh my goodness, look at that. Hey, let's go take a look at this one. See, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, ooh, what is this? Look at this. Red light therapy for dogs. This could really be something. Let's go X-ray. I am so curious. It's when you're curious and you spot something and you don't go down the rabbit hole and try to make things fit. That's when you find stuff. Let's see. Right. I am so curious. We already know since we put in the 5,000 to 20,000 that our search volume is going to be good. Look at that, 9 and 9. Ooh, I think we found a product. It's making $2 million. It is not brand dominant. I have 42, 59, 39, 29. I have 9 doing over 8,000 and 9 under 300 reviews. Ooh, I like this product. There's more expensive ones for bigger ones. Let me see. What is this? Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. Then they have the bands. This is a human being. That's why it doesn't belong. So I will take this and I will delete it. Somebody snuck it in there. We don't want to see that. And that brings up a 73. So a 73, a 79, 59, 99. So we're actually doing pretty good. Here's another 59 down here. There's definitely room in here. But we will also remove this one right here because it has 0 revenues. We can't analyze somebody who isn't making money. So it looks like March 5th. They're a brand new launch. They haven't they will be in next month's. So I have one 2016 and they're making 20,000. Nice. They're going for 39 for light therapy pad for body. That doesn't say for dogs. Okay. A lot of them are going to be for dogs. Okay. Just like this. So if this one is for body, it's for a human being, and we will get rid of it because it doesn't belong there. All right. So brand dominance is not here. We see this one has two, and that's fine. All right. We're doing really good in here. So 99, 42, 52, 59, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we have higher ones. And this would probably be that one. Look at the weight on this one. It is fantastic. And so the higher costing product, they're asking less in FBA fees because it is lighter. It still is, higher because it's a higher costing product. Like I said, you can see 25 for 129, 15 for 59. It's a $60 product at 15. So if I can get it made and shipped for 15, then I am half of the 60. I will actually walk away with $30. This is looking really good. So right now, looks like we found something. We were looking at one thing and turns out we got curious and opened something else and we found a potential product. It looks really good. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about black box criteria and how to find some products and analyze them. Next week, or the next video, we're going to kind of continue on with this and keep looking and move to the next step. And we'll check some listing analyzer and maybe check out some suppliers. Okay. We'll see you in the next video. Aloha. Ciao.